This video is sponsored by Squarespace. With great marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence.
Who will know? I'll know and you'll know.
You having fun back there, Cosmo? It's breakfast time though. Do you want to come eat?
I'm in my Sadshrimps shirt. It's really cute. Just kidding. Hello, and welcome back to a brand new studio vlog. Very happy to have you here. It's a bit gloomy today. We've been having really beautiful 70-degree blue sky, sunny days lately, so today is a bit out of the ordinary. But hello, welcome back. I'm very happy to have you here. This past weekend, I've been super busy just because our kitties got here, Rover and Cosmo. They have been just transitioning and adjusting. I'm so proud of them because I just feel like they're so brave, and yeah, it's been a really tough transition for them because they grew up in a backyard. They've never been indoors before, and the only people they've interacted with is the foster and the foster sister, so just like pretty much two people. So they've only been around the litter and their mother and the two fosters as like the two humans. So I think the transition from being away from the litter, plus being indoors for the first time, plus interacting with two totally different people because they haven't really been socialized very much. So it's just been like an extremely stressful time for them, and Robert and I were just feeling so awful because their first day here, they were absolutely terrified. It's been rough, but the second day we started to see like a lot more progress. I think even on day one, they sort of ventured out at night, I think, to use the litter box, which was a great plus because I was afraid that they weren't eating their breakfast or their dinner. So I was afraid they wouldn't like be eating or using the litter box or drinking water. But on day two, they ate a lot. So I feel like that's when they felt a lot less stressed to be able to eat. Then day three was also really good. And that was yesterday. I got Rover to play for the first time. He started patting the toy a little bit. Yesterday was honestly like such a big difference between the first day. Yesterday they started exploring a lot more during the day, and then yesterday night they were just lounging on the top part of the cat tree instead of the bottom part where they've been hiding away for most of their time here. So yeah, that was super encouraging, and it made me feel a lot better that they're starting to feel a bit more comfortable to be able to sleep around us and not be sort of completely tucked away in a dark corner. They're sort of more elevated, and it's like a better comfy cozy hiding place, but not like under a bed or something. I tried this morning to give Rover some treats and he ate them out of my hand. I'm just so happy that he feels comfortable enough around me to eat food from my hand now. On the first day he didn't even want to look at me. So yeah, he ate a good amount of treats from me. So he's probably feeling pretty happy right now. That was the cat update. I'm sure I will film more of them throughout the week to sort of document some of their progress. I didn't want to film too much on the first few days just because like they were literally so terrified. I'm sure sticking a camera in their face would probably just make them even more uncomfortable. But back to some workshop talk. So this week we're in merch design mode. I want to make a keychain. I want to design a new tote bag. I also want to design a reso print. Obviously a lot of stuff to design. We'll see if I get it all done. I'm not going to be upset if I don't. I'm just kind of saying like, one per day maybe. I also want to go to ceramics this week. I have a lot of stuff that needs to be trimmed, and I just need to put in some more practice time. I feel like the class is really accelerating pretty quickly, and I feel like I just need to put in more hours. I also have to pack Patreon mail this week, which is always fun. I feel like Patreon mail is so easy to pack. It's very like mindless, so We're gonna be packing this week as well. I have my stickers and I think my postcards are coming in today. And lastly, I'm thinking about making a comic tutorial for Patreon this week. I've had a couple people ask for it and I just feel like it could be really fun to explain my comic process, and so I think that could be fun. I also hit 200 patrons this month, which is so exciting. So I think that could be like a fun way of saying like, thank you for 200 patrons, and then I can upload that. It's always hard balancing the content that I want to share on Patreon and then the content that I feel like should be shared for everybody. It's always kind of a struggle because I don't want to feel like I'm gatekeeping knowledge from people, but also it's like people are paying for my Patreon too, so I want to make sure that they get the most out of it. Also, you know, it's my Patreon and it's what pays for my expenses and like my living, so I also want to make sure that my Patreon is like really good and offers a lot of value. But then I know like not everyone can subscribe to Patreon, so I don't want to make it that like all of my stuff is on there and then no one can enjoy my content without paying for it. But yeah, it's just a balance. I try to tell myself, you know, I make a lot of like long 40-minute long YouTube videos like every 2 weeks, and I post on Instagram and stuff, so I try to make myself feel too bad about it, and I don't think I'm like necessarily gatekeeping knowledge. Like I definitely explain a lot of information throughout my YouTube videos too. So yeah, that's just something I've been thinking about. It's like, it's very challenging to keep that balance and not make myself feel too bad about having a Patreon, you know? I feel like that's just like the people pleaser in me that wants to like make everybody happy. But if anything this job has taught me is that like you really can't please everybody. I don't know how I got into that conclusion, but we need to get to work now. Greetings. Today is Wednesday. Around 11:30ish noon. I have a couple things I want to get done today. I want to start packing my Patreon mail. And that always takes a good amount of time because it's just like a lot of stamping, sticking, and whatnot. Normally I create a little belly band for all of my Patreon rewards just because I think it boosts up, you know, the appearance of it. But I don't think I'm gonna do that this time just because I would rather get rewards out. I know it helps boost, you know, the look of it, but I don't think my patrons will mind too much. It also creates less waste and it saves me a lot of time. I'm also gonna go to ceramics today with Vicky because we have our class soon and I just wanna make sure I practice before we go to class. My Patreon prints came in yesterday and I wanted to show you. So cute. Check that out. I think they came out great. I really like this one. A little homage to my new children. Okay, now we're going to talk about the sponsor of this video, which is Squarespace. I am super happy to be working with Squarespace. I'd actually been using them for over a year even before they reached out to me. I use Squarespace to host my art portfolio as well as the secret shop for my patrons. When I was looking for a site, I actually tried a bunch of different options, but I ended up choosing Squarespace because it was just the easiest for me to use. I really liked their simple yet very beautiful templates, and they also have this handy dandy thing called automatic image scaling, so you can rest assured that your art or whatever images you have on your site are going to look great. I also love how I can password protect certain pages. So for my patrons, I host our secret shop right there on Squarespace. So yeah, I highly recommend them. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/MeganWang to save 10% off your first purchase. Thank you so much, Squarespace, again, and let's get back to the rest of the video. Look at this stack. That's 109 patrons in my mail tier, which I think is outrageous. That's so many people. Yeah, feeling really proud of myself, but also very grateful. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, patrons. I appreciate you. Yesterday, Cosmo came into the office just to hang out, and he went on my shelf and he was loafing in this little tray. This tray is so small. Like the fact that he was sitting in here with excess room, like he didn't fill it all up. He was just in here. It was so cute. Like, let me measure this right now. This is about 9 inches by like 5.5 inches. So small. Okay, it's voiceover time. I have been going to ceramics pretty frequently. I try to go at least twice a week. Vicky and I go. It's a grand old time. I feel like I am improving, but I think I'm just a bit frustrated on... I'm not frustrated, I just kind of wish I was improving faster. I think I have this issue when I do a pull. If you don't know ceramic lingo, pull is basically when you put one hand on the inside of your cup or your vessel or whatever, and you put one hand on the other side, and then you pull upwards. You kind of put both hands on either side of the walls and squeeze lightly and gently guide the clay upwards, and that helps the walls of your piece be very tall. I'm trying to achieve this because I feel like I'm trying to get better at this, rather, just because I think a lot of the pieces I throw end up being very short, and I want to create like very fancy shapes and stuff. But here you can see, I think my fingers are at the wrong angle. I'm not sort of leaning inwards, my fingers are at an angle tilting outwards. And I think that makes the mouth of the piece a little bit too wide. And that kind of ruins me when I want to make things like bottles or pieces with, you know, skinnier necks. So that's kind of what I've been working on. My class is still accelerating at a very fast pace, but I've been learning a lot and I have been definitely progressing. But yeah, I hope that one day I can make like a big vase with a skinny little neck, but you know, we'll see. Here I'm doing pulls again. I think I'm getting better at it. Here I'm doing like a pretty big pull. I think I realize I also let a lot of clay sit at the bottom of the piece, and then there's just so much for me to trim off after. So I'm trying to work on having my walls be more even, having good pulls, you know, strong walls, and not too much clay at the bottom. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on hand building next week. I feel like I've been doing a lot of wheel stuff. So in the next vlog, you'll see me actually make some fun sculptures, and I feel like hand building it feels more like play. Working on the wheel is super fun, but hand building, I want to get a little bit into that too. So you'll see that next week. Today is Thursday, so we're almost finishing up the week. Great news. Yesterday I went to ceramics. It was really nice to get some practice in. I feel like I just want to practice more and more, but yesterday I threw 3 things, and then on my 4th thing I was getting so tired. We also went around like 5 to 8 p.m. so I was just like so fatigued because I had worked all day that day. Oh, also this morning, Rover actually came out from his tree because his tree has been kind of like his safe space. But I showed him the spring and he got really interested, and he like slowly walked out very apprehensively into like more of the open space to sort of play with the springs. There's just been a lot of progress with every single day, so I'm just excited to see how he progresses. First things first is I want to build some Ikea furniture. I just got the delivery this morning. My space is fine. It is kind of a small room for both me and Robert to be working in, and I kind of have this whole corner. But the thing about this room that I don't like is that there are 2 doors, and I feel like we keep them open very often, so I feel like the doors sort of limit the space that I can put stuff in. So I went on Ikea.com, I think on Monday, and I bought the Alex drawers that people have, not the big chunky boy, but the skinnier one. And I was thinking I could just put that under my desk and have that as storage for some more art supplies and maybe some more packing stuff too. Like this shelf fits everything, but it just looks cluttered and I just want better organization. And yeah, that's what's on the docket today. Let's get some stuff done. Welcome to my floor. So building this one behind me took me like 3 hours, so hopefully this one won't take as long, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Okay, 2 hours later, it's done. I couldn't manage to change the top and the bottom because there's like these certain types of screws that Ikea has that you just can't really take out once they're in. So instead of like ripping my wrist instead of like breaking my wrist, I just decided, you know what? Who's gonna know? Obviously there are these wonderful dot patterns on the top of my dresser, but I don't care. I just don't care. But it's done, 2 hours later.
Who will know? I don't know and you'll know.
But I'm watching Joe on Twitch, but I actually just finished the tote bag design. I did it very quickly. Here's what I did it as, but I did like a little mock-up just by taking a photo of the bag I'm gonna use, and I made a bunch of different versions. So if you'll see, I made this that basically shows a bunch of different color options for all the bags because I just couldn't decide. I think I like this or this the most, but purple's also kind of cute too, so I really don't know. So I asked my patrons again. We did another Patreon poll, so we'll see the results soon. He's just like, nothing, I'm overseeing the inventory. He's analyzing. Greetings, it is Friday. Today I have just been drawing my butt off. It's 3:30, so the day's pretty much over. I just didn't really feel like filming, just because I feel like I've been filming a lot of iPad drawing this whole week. That's pretty much all I've been doing, just merch design. But I cranked out 3 stickers today, which is a whole lot of stickers to draw. I think it's pretty funny. I saw this TikTok the other day that was just like, the older I get, the more live, laugh, love makes more sense to me. Like, I love to live, I love laughing, and I love to love. I was just like, yeah. Attention hog.
It's really coming out right now. Even he doesn't want to. That's the funny thing. He doesn't want to play, but he just likes the attention.
Rover, Cosmo was playing, baby.
Cosmo put his paw over Rover.
Cosmo's like, please let me play. Cosmo was playing so much.
It's so funny.
You just smacked Rover on the head, right?
Yeah. He said you're in the way.
Oh, Rover.
Why are you being such a jerk? You love attention, don't you? You don't even want to play.
Are you so cute?
You like it? Oh.
So tonight I'm going to make oxtail soup. It's a Chinese oxtail soup slash stew. It's my mom's recipe, and yeah, it's supposed to be really yummy. I'm excited to make it. And I thought I would show you. If you don't like meat, or you don't like the sight of raw meat cooking, I recommend you just skip to the next part. But I actually streamed earlier today, and a couple of people asked me like if I could show it in the vlog, so I was like, oh, what a great idea. So it's Sunday, but I'm going to be showing myself cooking this because it's a really easy recipe. Okay, so you're gonna chop up some ginger. Also, disclaimer, I don't really know any measurements, I just eyeball everything, but I put in some onions and then some tomatoes. I add in a bunch of oxtail, and then I add about 3 spoonfuls of chili bean sauce. This is also called la douban jiang if you speak Mandarin. I mix that all up together, and then I add enough water so it kind of barely covers the stuff in the pot, and then you just let that go for like 3 hours, and then you're done. Yeah, it's that easy. I thought it was hard. Oh wait, also, in the mixture, you add a good amount of soy sauce too. Don't forget the soy sauce. But yeah, sorry for like the shittiest recipe ever, but here you go.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, little baby.
Looking for him, I was like, where is he? was trying to get the treat out of my hand. See, look at him so close. Cosmo is so cute though, because he saw Rover getting treats, so he got out of his hiding place and then kind of loafed in front of me like, he's like, can I have some too?
Immediately gets in front.
He blocks him all the time.
Poor Cosmo.
Cosmo's gonna have all this like repressed rage.
They did say that he takes the attention. I didn't think it would be like this, but...
It does though, but can you imagine like 3 other cats?
I know.
Right now, Rover, I feel like it's almost like his 100% self again. Like he's following us around, he's meowing a bit. Was he meowing earlier? Was that him or Cosmo?
I don't know.
I think it might have been Cosmo actually. But he's like following me around, asking for pets. Like I pet him so much the past 2 days, which has been really nice. I also streamed yesterday, which was fun. I did an art stream. I noticed a lot more people in my stream than usual, and I think that's just because maybe instead of games, people are more interested in watching me draw. And I had a lot of fun. I think it's hard for me sometimes to decide what I want to stream because some days I'm just like really tired and I spent all week drawing. So during like my downtime, I think it's just a bit easier to play games rather than draw. But I don't know, I feel like yesterday I was in the mood and it was a really good stream. Okay, I'm gonna start planning this week on Notion for a bit. And then we're gonna get into just some like admin typey work. The lovely people at Pet Libro have sent us a stick. Did you have to zoom in like that?
Okay, ready?
Robert.
Sorry, I'm trying my best, okay?
Robert's filming. So we're gonna try this out and see if Rover and Cosmo like it. Yeah, why not?
I feel like right there, so
Yeah.
this is spill out.
Filter's going in. It's kind of cute.
Just like that? Nothing
I know.
clicks in?
That's nice though, because the one my sister has is like a humongous filter.
Yeah.
And this has like a cute little compartment for it.
And then maybe just put it on there, man.
It's pretty cool. All right, there it goes. So Rover and Cosmo actually grew up outside, so they've never seen a fountain before. They were super intrigued and they started using it almost immediately. I personally also really like the fountain. I like that it's stainless steel, but they have a bunch of different options on their website. Thank you so much, Pet Libro, for gifting us this. I really appreciate it. I recommend it, and if you guys want to check them out, you can use the code Megan15 and get 15% off all their products. Super cool. Thank you again, Pet Libra. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope to work with them again in the future because I genuinely really like the products. Another voiceover. Can you believe it? So many voiceovers in this video. One reason is because I feel like I figured out how to make my mic sound a bit better. I got a Yeti mic a while ago, but I feel like I've been using it so inconsistently, and sometimes it sounds good and sometimes it sounds like booty, and I figured out the other day, there are some days where I talk into it backwards, and that was a major reason for it sounding shitty. But now I am almost positive I'm speaking to it from the right direction, and I'm hoping the audio comes out good. But here I'm working on a little Rezo print. I started out with the neon coral color and turquoise, but later on you're going to see the final version where I switch to a nice warm yellow tone, like a furry little peach yellow vibe. It's called Sunflower, and I really like it a lot better. This little print is of little fruits in an art studio. I don't know how I came up with this. I think I started with an apple just like playing sports or something, and then I was like, wait, what if the apple was an artist? And I was like, wait, what if I had a bunch of fruits doing different kinds of art? And this print was born. I really like it. I feel like whenever I do a Rezo print, I always end up loving the result, and it only took me 5 hours. Which sounds like a lot, but for context, my first Rezo print, the Good Soup one, took me around 11. So this one was much faster. And here we go. Here is the final product. I really like it, and it's going to come in a Shopped update very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!